Tonight's DSBN Marco's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week is brought to you by Marco's Pizza, Quality Computers, Classic Firearms, The Downey Law Firm, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, Kudzu Seafood, BT Media Productions, the Macon Touchdown Club, and Middle Georgia State University. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome in to the friendly confines on what finally found Jack Baines Field here at Tattnall Square Academy, on what finally feels like a little bit, just a little bit, like football weather. It's no longer 185 degrees in the booth, and he actually got no humidity tonight compared to what we've had the first 4 weeks of the season. Well, we've got a good one for you tonight. We're live from Tattnall Square Academy, as I said, on campus here at Jack Baines Field tonight. It is the undefeated, untied Tattnall Square Academy Trojans as they take on the Wilkinson County Warriors of James Hagan as they travel up to take on the Trojans here tonight. For the Trojans, as we look across what they'll be looking at, they're 4-0. They're led by their running back senior Ahmad Barron, already 27 rushes, 336 yards on the ground, and 4 touchdowns. He'll also be joined in the backfield by number 2, Antoine Davis, and number 17, Zion Blassingame, who is also a dangerous special teamer, has already won the Macon Touchdown Club Special Teams Player of the Week. At quarterback, well, who will it be? Dustin Mack or Miles Morris? Morris hurt in the last scrimmage of the preseason with a fracture to his lower extremity. He was in and out for 3 weeks, did not play. Destin Mack led him to a 3-0 record. Miles Morris is back. He will be your starting quarterback. Had a chance to talk to Chance Jones on Thursday night on our football show, Gridiron Gab, here on DSBNsports.com. And he said you'll see them interchange. You'll also see Destin Mack in the backfield. Across the front for the Trojans, they'll go like this. At center, it'll be junior number 58, and that's Chandler Whittington. Your 2 guards will be number 56, senior Coleman Rumney, number 59, senior Mikey Wilson. Your 2 tackles will go number 63, Charlie Trevette, a senior, and number 60, Tyler Bennett. Your tight end will be junior number 47, Brock Baggerly. Your wideout will be number 6, Jimmy Marshall. As we said, don't forget to look in the backfield also for Antoine Davis. Thomas Humphreys will also be in there at tailback some and fullback. And Tyler Warnock at number 20. Across the backfield for the Wilkinson County Warriors, it'll be number 4, Tylen Grable at quarterback. Your wideouts will be number 3, Larry Jones and DeAndre Fordham. In the backfield, they'll go Akeem Jackson, Desquan Fordham, and number 11 at wideout will also sometimes at running back be Brandon Mays. We'll be a little challenged here tonight as we're looking for a roster sheet from Wilkinson County, so just bear with us as we try to round up that for later on in the game. Your captains tonight for the Trojans are going to be number 55, and that is Dayton Steinmeier. He is a a junior. Number 23, and that's Jamal Marshall. Number 23, is Jimmy Marshall. Number 50 will be Christian Rogers. Number 85 will be Sean Brown. Look for those 2 on the defensive side of the ball. Number 21, DeAndre Fordham is one of your captains, along with, let's see if we can catch the names of these others, and we do not have them. So DeAndre Fordham is going to be our only other captain we can identify right now for Wilkinson County. They'll have the toss of the coin, and we'll check it out right here and stay with it and see who wins the coin toss. Big games around the city tonight. Central High School will be playing at Henderson Stadium. Of course, last night, Westside, they played Jackson and lost in that game in a very tight game, I think, on the final play of the game. Central rides an undefeated season at 5-0, or 4-0, into tonight's game. Actually, they are 5-0. It's the first time in 35 years the Big Orange have been 5-0. Other games, big game as well, intercity rivalry across the way at the Eagles Nest, where we saw that thrilling game last week between the Stratford Academy Eagles and the Lincoln County Red Devils. They host crosstown rival, the Mount DeSales Cavaliers, and Keith Hatcher will take his team in there at 3-2, and Stratford stands at 4-1. Another huge game in the region is going to be down in Twiggs County tonight. 4-1 the Cobras. They've got a lot of weapons on offense. They've got Hyde at running back as one of them, and Smith is the other. One of them's got 665 yards already, the other one 450. And Wilkinson County has won the toss, and they're going to elect to defer till the second half. They are hosting FPD tonight. FPD also undefeated. They had to go on the road and play Warren County and squeaked out of there 13-10 or 13-3 last week, I believe, was that final for them. Well, we'll get ready for kickoff. We're about 60 seconds away. Tattnall will get the ball. Wilkinson County won the toss. We're going to go and defer to the second half.
At Marco's, we're piling on the toppings. Try our award-winning white cheesy pizza, stacked with flavors like feta and bacon. It's white pizza the Marco's way. Or our Meat Supremo, loaded with more Italian meats than you can imagine. With so many toppings, there's never a boring bite.
And welcome back to Tattnall Square Academy. Russell Deese. Wilkinson County will kick it off. And back deep for the Trojans will be number 6, Jimmy Marshall, along with number 2, Antoine Davis, and number 17, Zion Blassingame. The up man will be number 9, Vasco Sanders. So the 2 deep man this time will be Antoine Davis and Zion Blassingame. They'll stand along their 14-yard line as we get ready to go underway here on the Marco's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week. Glad to come to you in full HD tonight. Don't forget, we'll archive it up when it's all done. Just go to dspnsports.com and click on the archive section at the top of the page, and you can watch it again as we get ready to go underway here from Tattnall. Fordham will move on the ball and kick it. It's a short kick. It'll go out of bounds along the 25-yard line. And so Tattnall Square Academy will set up shop at the 35-yard line, first down and 10. And the starting quarterback for the Trojans will be Miles Morris. Of course, Miles missed the whole first 3 games of the season due to a fracture in his foot. But it was one of those smaller outer bones, and he wore a boot for a few weeks. I think your boy Chubb may be wearing one in Athens tomorrow. Calvin Slaughter will come to this near side. They'll go shotgun in a single setback position, and he'll drop straight back. Miles Morris going to go deep to Jimmy Marshall, and he is gone, he is gone, he is gone. Jimmy Marshall, 65 yards on the touchdown pass. And just like that, Tattnall's up 6-0. So the extra point will come. Bryce Pruitt will try to stick it through, and snap, touch, kick is up, and kick is good. Timeout on the field. Your score, Tattnall 7, Wilco nothing. We'll be back after this timeout.
I can fix that. I can fix that. I can fix that. I can fix that. I can fix that.
I can fix that.
Can you fix this?
I can fix that.
For the best service on your desktop and laptop computers, from hardware to software problems, Quality Computer Systems always has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks, Quality Computer Systems.
Well, the undefeated Tattnall Trojans just gave you a little taste of why they're pretty good this year. Miles Morse, well, he just went away from the wing T formation, went into the shotgun and threw it 65 yards to Jimmy Marshall for a touchdown. And just like that, they lead it 7-0. So Wes Allen will do the honors here, and he'll kick it off. And he'll send it high and a little short along the 10-yard line, and taking it in at the 9. Come to the 19 and get to the 21, and boy, is he knocked down crisp and hard right there by number 2, and that's Antoine Davis. So, and also in on the tackle, Thomas Humphreys, a senior as well. So now this is going to be a little interesting here tonight to see who gets the ball, as we're a little strained on what we've got as far as information about Wilkinson County, because they did not provide any rosters to us. We know DeAndre Fordham will go out to this side, and I believe Larry Jones will be at the other, or Brandon Mays. We'll check it and see. They'll go in an I, have a man to dot it. They'll take and give it to the second man through, and that looks like that's going to be number 2, Akeem Jackson, and he's going to get to the 20-yard line, and he's going to lose a yard. Antoine Davis in on the tackle. 2nd down and 12. He'll lose from the 22. They'll go with a single setback. That's going to be Akeem Jackson. Tyler Grable under center. Grable will look, and he's going to roll, and he's going to flip it out to number 2, Jackson, and he's going to get up a good yardage. He's going to go from the 20, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds, maybe along the 28, and that's going to be a pickup of about, we're going to give him close to, let's see, they're going to put it on the 27 is where they'll mark it down. So he'll pick up 7 big yards. Got to get to the 32 to pick up a new set of downs. 3rd and 4. Desquan Fordham will go to that far side. They'll also put a man in a near slot over there, and that's DeAndre Fordham. Single setback in a shotgun. High snap. Grable's got to turn in a hurry, and he's going to scramble now, and he may get his first down, and he will, as he'll get up to the 34-yard line. Had to get to the 32, but he'll go to the 33.5 and pick up a new set of downs for the Warriors, and they'll be in business along their 33-yard line. So 1st down and 10 on a high snap, and that kind of broke the rhythm of the defense and the offense. But Grable was able to take it and tuck it and run, and he picks up 6 yards make it 5 yards to pick up the 1st down. Larry Jones will come out to this side along with DeAndre Fordham. They'll go back to that I formation, take, and they'll give to the second man through, Akeem Jackson. He'll lean into the 35, roll out to the 36, and pick up 3 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. 10-14 and a clock running. Tattnall stood up and threw it on the first play from scrimmage and went 65 yards. Miles Morris to Jimmy Marshall. They'll send Brandon Mays out to that far side. Fordham will come to this near side. In a slot, I believe this will be number 3, Larry Jones. Yes, he'll be your slot. They'll go with a full. In and I, Akeem Jackson will dot it. They'll fake. Coming from the backside. Pressure, can they get to him in time? Going to flip, and a beautiful catch out here along the 46-yard line by Larry Jones of the Warriors, and he pulled it in. And let's see, he's got a new set of downs all the way out to the 46-yard line. And Grable was tackled and was going down. He made a single effort all by himself and completed that pass And then Larry Jones went up and climbed the ladder and got it and got the first down for the Warriors, and they'll grab it and go on a first down and 10 along their 46. Jones will come out to this near side. DeAndre Fordham will be in the slot. They'll go slots to both sides, wides with a single step back in a shotgun. Second high snap of the night. Going to have to watch that down the road. Going to get pressure, incomplete. Went over the middle, and he was looking down there for number 21, DeAndre Fordham. But Tattnall had him back there, and I believe back there was number 28, and that was Garrett Houston, your free safety. So it'll bring up a second down and 10. Kept the drive alive on individual efforts by Grable and Larry Jones on a third down and long play. Jones comes to this near side. Take and going to give it to the tailback, Akeem Jackson. He's going to try to get outside. He'll break one tackle. He won't break the third and the fourth one, though. And they'll transfer him down along the 48-yard line. Number 9 was one of them in there, Vasco Sanders, and Antoine Davis as well for the Trojans. So no gain on what looked like he might break away for a moment there. And they're just trying to run away from pressure. .834 on 3rd and 10, 3rd and 7. The Downey Law Firm understands what happens when you've been injured in a car wreck. Attorney Jason Downey used to work for insurance companies, and he's helped injured victims obtain millions of dollars for their injuries. Whether you're in Macon, Valdosta, Atlanta, or anywhere in between, the Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Give them a call today at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. And welcome back to Jack Baines Field. Grable gets help off the field, and on a fourth down play, they'll kick it away. Antoine Davis will be deep for the for the Trojans. And little stuff going on in the back there from the punter, Larry Jones, and let's see what the call is. And we're going to have false start. So that'll back them up 5, and Tattnall, of course, will make them kick it again. Mr. Jones didn't like getting run into in punt formation, and not supposed to. But the player that ran into him did hold him up and didn't try to go through him. So now wholesale changes for the Trojans. Snap, and now a high kick, and Wilkinson County is going to down it along the 19, and we'll try to get you who that was. Well, we don't know. We have no idea what his number is. Number 29, number 1 in your heart, and that was Christian Lamar. So Tattnall, first time they had it, well, we got a flag again back here. Let's see what it is. Ball along the flag along the 44. The ball was kicked from the 41, was the line of scrimmage. Now the ball is down inside the 20 along the 17-yard line, maybe the 18. So let's see what this flag is, and here's the referee. And they're going to get illegal substitution against Tattnall and holding against Tattnall. And 15 along the 41. They've kicked the ball down inside the 18, 19-yard line. We're going to say between the 17 and the 18. So I'm not really for sure what the thing is here unless you want to mark off the penalty on the defensive holding, move it up 10 yards. And I don't know what the call was. We'll try to get it here in a minute. Well, whatever it wasn't defensive holding on the punt team. It was a 15-yarder, and I don't know. We'll get some clarification on it. Either way, the Warriors will keep it. And Grable will be back in at quarterback. And the ball is going to go on the ground, and let's see who got it. Went to Akeem Jackson, the I-back, and he gets it. He actually gets about a yard or maybe about just past the line of scrimmage, and he'll have a first. It'll be second down. We'll call it 9.5. 7:26. Grable under center. Went out with an injury a minute ago. And he's a little tender on that back foot. He's going to complete it out there to Larry Jones, who's going to go from about the 46 and get to the 48. So we'll give him 2 yards on the play. Give him the 49 and give him 3. Got to get to the Trojans' 35-yard line. I'm sorry, he's on the 43-yard line. Got to get to the 35 to pick up a new set of downs. We'll call it the 42. So 3rd down and 7 for the Warriors. Twiggs County is up on FPD 7-0, and that's early in the first. Grable will be in a shotgun, wides with slots to both sides. High snap. Now he's not probably going to be able to run away from everybody, and they threw it out there to DeAndre Fordham, and he's going to get back to basically the line of scrimmage, the 41-yard line, and that's going to bring up another 4th down. Now I'm telling you right now, Tylen Grable is not real mobile after that leg injury that put him on the ground about 5 minutes ago. Wilkinson County is going to go for it here. On the 41 in a shotgun, they're going to try to draw him off sides maybe. I don't know if they'll snap it or not. And they'll get a flag instead of calling a timeout. So that'll back them up to the 46, 5 yards for delay of game. Should not really hurt the punter here, as he ought to be able to get the kick away. Antoine Davis will go back deep for the Trojans. Number 3, Larry Jones, will do the honors, and he gets a great spiral. Antoine Davis will fair catch it on the 14-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will now get it on their second possession of the game at the 5:09 mark. So first down for the Trojans, their second possession of the night. And Miles Morse will stay in at quarterback. Send Davis in motion. They'll get a flag. They'll get motion that time. And it's a false start. Now to push them from the 14 back to the 9-yard line and make it First down and 15. So Zion Blasingame will be at the offside, and they'll go heavy to this side, and they're going to take, and they're going to Ahmad Barron. Cuts in at 10, 15, 17, 18-yard line. And he is brought down by number 14 for Wilkinson County. So we go from the 9. He'll get out to about the 17-yard line, pick up a 6. And that's going to cause it to be second down. Got to get to the 25 almost, the 25, 24-yard line. So we're going to call it a good long 8. Second and 8. Morris will send the man in motion. Tay going to lead with a tailback. Go inside, and that's going to be number 27 on the carry, and that's Zion Blasingame. And we've got a player down on the ground, and I'm not for sure that's not Blasingame, and let's check it and see. Well, we can't get his number from here right this second. Let's see if he sits up. And I don't know if they're looking at a foot or an ankle there. Either way, we'll take a 30-second timeout. 30 seconds, 7-0, Tattnall leads it. 4:22 to go in the quarter. We'll be back. Well, it's football time in the South, and that means we're rolling toward the greatest time of the year. No, not just football. It's almost time for hunting season 2. And if you're in the market for a new rifle, there's no better place than Classic Firearms, located at 3780 Northside Drive, right here in Macon, across from the Wellness Center. Whether you're in the market for a rifle, a shotgun, or a new concealed carry pistol, now is the time to go see Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff at Classic Firearms. They have everything from weapons to accessories to ammunition. So call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports. Well, it's football time in the South, and that means we're rolling toward the greatest time of the year.
You wanted it back, so we're bringing it back. Marco's Grilled Chicken Florentine Pizza. We start with dough made fresh in our stores every day. Then top it with Parmesan garlic sauce, grilled chicken, 4 cheeses, including feta, and of course, garden fresh spinach. For a limited time, get Marco's large grilled chicken Florentine or any of our specialty chicken pizzas for just $12.99. Order online at marcos.com.
You fixed this?
We do work on cell phones. We fix tablets and game consoles. Yeah, we can fix that. What happened?
I don't know.
The best prices and the best service. Quality Computer Systems has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks, quality computer systems.
And welcome. And welcome back. A little technical difficulties there, and we have lost a player for Tattnall here, Zion Blassingame, and they are looking at his leg, and it's a 3rd down and 4 play coming. We missed a couple of plays there with you. We had a technical problem with a microphone. We've got it straightened out now. So in for the Trojans is going to be number 3, Destin Mack is going to take his place. Ahmad Barron comes in motion. They'll toss it to him on the corner. He's going to get caught behind the line along the 31-yard line, and he'll go down right there. Drop for a loss on a 3rd down, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 6, maybe 7. So Tattnall will drop back in punt formation. Brandon Mays will be back deep for Wilkinson County. Here's the punt. Luke Lasky on the kick, and it's a short kick, and it'll go to the 45-yard line, and Wilkinson County will be in good field position. So 1st down and 10 as they are looking rather feverishly here on the sideline at Destin Mack. That is Zion Blassingame, and they have his lower extremity on the right side, left side rather, in a air cast. So they don't. I'm thinking that it may be, they brought the air cast out. I'm thinking it may be the way they're holding it. I'm not for sure it's not an Achilles injury. Under center, Wilkinson County will go back to pass. Grable gonna run, gonna try to get outside, and he'll break 1 tackle. He'll go from the 45 to the 46-yard line, maybe the 47, and it'll be 2nd down, and we're gonna call it about 8. And we've got another injured player down on the field, and I'm not for sure that's not Grable again, the quarterback. Yeah, let's check it and see. Well, he's on the sideline. And is that 3 or 4? That's number 3, and that's Larry Jones on that sideline. It's out, one of the wideouts. And he is out. Let's see, Grable. Yeah, Grable's back in there. So it wasn't Grable who got hurt earlier. Under center with an I formation. Grable going to throw out in the flats, and the man's going to catch it out here, and that's Larry Jones. So it wasn't Jones that got out there, that went out over there. I'm not for sure. That may have been Mays or Akeem Jackson then. Going to be just short. Got to get to the Tattnall 45 to pick up just before the 45, and he is dead on the 46-yard line. Only needs to pick up about a half a yard. Brandon Mays will go to that far side along with DeAndre Fordham. To this near side will come Larry Jones. They'll go with the I backfield. Akeem Jackson will dot it. Take and go to Akeem Jackson. He'll step in, and I do not think he got it. He got pushed back, and he got pushed back big time. And one of the first men in there to hit him was number 50 for the Trojans, and that's Colton Dingmore. And Christian Rogers in there as well, too. So that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we got an official's timeout, and I'm not sure they're going to measure here. Well, let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Marco's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on ESPNSports.com. If you've been injured in a car wreck, call the Downey Law Firm in Macon, Georgia. Attorney Jason Downey focuses on personal injury matters and has fought to recover millions of dollars for his clients. The Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Visit their website today, DowneyLawGA.com, or give them a call at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Welcome back to Jack Baines Field here on the campus of Tattnall Square Academy in Macon, Georgia, in the North Bibb County side. Right here along the 46-yard line. It's a fourth down play coming. Third and short. Tattnall pushed them back. Trying to get some word on Zion Blassingame, and that's a big loss for the Trojans. Yep, we won't do it till we come back for the second period, and that's the end of the first period. Your score, Tattnall 7, Wilkinson nothing. We'll be back after this timeout. Hey guys, I know that we can sit around and talk about football and firearms and hunting all day long, but right now I want to speak to the ladies in the audience. The fastest growing segment of firearm purchasers and owners in our country is now women. So ladies, when it comes time for you to make a decision about your first or your next firearm purchase, trust the staff at Classic Firearms. Located at 3780 Northside Drive, just across from the Wellness Center, let Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff assist you in this very important decision. From firearms to ammunition to accessories, trust the fine folks at Classic Firearms. Call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports.
It's a pepperoni celebration. Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico Pizza. Made with two kinds of mouth-watering pepperoni. Zesty Classic and our authentic thick-cut Old World. Cooked till the edges curl in crispy perfection. And for big flavor in every bite, the crust is finished with garlic butter, spices, and Parmesan cheese.
And welcome back. On a fourth down play, they'll sneak it with quarterback Tylen Grable, and he'll get across the line of scrimmage down to from the 46. He only had to get to just by that 45, and he gets a big push up front, goes all the way to the Trojans' 42. Underneath, they'll stay in an eye. Keem Jackson O'Dodick. Grable look, play action. He's going to get grabbed, and they're going to get away from one guy, but not the second one, and they're going to get a hole back here on number 71 on the play for. And let's see, do we have another Trojan down? And we do. And not for sure who it is, and I missed it on the play there. And we've got another timeout here at 11:23. It's getting to be the walking wounded. We'll take it with them. 30 seconds. We'll be back on a penalty play.
At Quality Computers, we're known for our service, whether locally for our in-store and on-site service, or nationally with our remote service or Quality Care Suite. But we also have the largest selection of computers in stock in Middle Georgia, whether that is new desktops or new laptops or refurbished desktops and laptops. We also carry all-in-ones and convertibles.
All professionals, no geeks, Quality Computer Systems.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become a reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication pay off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
Well, we still have a Tattnall player down on the field, and I'm not for sure. I've not been able to catch his number as who he is. We have another Tattnall player that's about to get carted out of this stadium, I believe. They have his right foot. This is Zion Blasingame that got hurt in the last series. I'm not for sure if it's an ankle injury, but the way they were stretching it, I'm also not sure. It might not be. Maybe an Achilles tendon injury. I don't know. That's just speculation, just looking at the trainers on the sideline here. But we've got another young man down on the field, Jody Burnett, one of the finest trainers that have ever come across this place, is got his man up, and that is number 55, and that's Dayton Steinmeier. And I'm not sure what happened to Mr. Steinmeier. He may have just got his bell rung. But he's coming off a little slow and a little groggy, like he's having a Sunday stroll. So I think they may have Mr. Steinmeier take a seat, and that might not be a bad idea. All right, so on first down, throw it out in the flat, got a man out there, and he's going to drop it on the ground. It's going to fall incomplete. I believe that's going to be incomplete, and that is going to be the case. And I'm not sure. Let's see, they're looking at Dayton Steinmeier. I think they may be worried about him. He may have got the wind knocked out of him. It could be. They're looking at upper torso area, like maybe a rib injury of some kind. 11 minutes to go here. First half play, 7-0. Grable out of a shotgun. Going to throw a long play down this near side. It's going to be broken up by number 3, Destin Mack, in a beautiful play, and no flag. So that's going to bring up a second down after the holding play. And got to get to the 30. Well, now we got a flag on the play. And let's see where that flag is. Didn't see one in there. Didn't look like it was down around the reception area. Let's check. Well, now we got them all in the field. Now we'll get the signal. Legal use of hands against the defense. Pass interference. So that'll be 15 yards on a 2nd and 24. And the fans do not like it at all. Looked like pretty good coverage by Destin Mack. Well, that'll make it now 2nd and 8. It's been a ball of confusion. Take and going to keep it himself. Grable's going to pitch it forward, and that's not a good idea. And Tattnall's going to eat him up for a 2-yard loss. They may give him forward progress back to the line. I'm going to say he's going to lose at least a half a yard. We're going to call it 3rd down and a very long 8 for the Warriors here. It's number 56, Coleman Rumney will check in. Checking out will be number 52, McKinley Anderson. In a shotgun, Grable, single setback. Going to look, Tattnall's going to bring the pressure. And he's got a man breaking open, and a beautiful pitch and catch to number 3, Larry Jones. And that's enough for a first down, and he's going to get inside the 25-yard line of the Trojans for a first down and 10. In a shotgun will go Grable. Single setback will be Akeem Jackson. He'll take and fake it. He'll run the bootleg to this side. One man will miss him. Second man will miss him. Third man won't miss him. They'll push him out of bounds. And be careful here that you don't get another flag for a late hit out of bounds. And they will not get one, and they might have got away with one there. Vasco Sanders will check out. Ball will go from the 24 to the 16. That's a pickup of 8. Now they'll split out wide to that far side. Now they'll bring him back in on the slot. Akeem Jackson will be the setback between Tyler and Grable in a shotgun. He's going to take, and Grable's going to keep it himself. Get to the 10, get to the 9, get to the 8, and get a new set of downs. They'll call him down at the 8.5-yard line, and it'll be first and goal for the Warriors. In a close ball game now, it's 7-0 with Tattnall leading. So first down and goal. Grable, Akeem Jackson will be in the backfield. Go 3 men to this side. Late handoff to go to Akeem Jackson. He'll battle inside the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. So he'll go from the 9 to the 5-yard line. That's where they'll mark him, pick up a 4. 2nd and 4, and it's goal to go. Grable in a gun. Take, gonna throw, and it's almost intercepted. Big number 85, Sean Brown, almost had him one and might have gone. The big man might have gone to the house. So it's 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Third and goal. Big play here for the Warriors and the Trojans. Grable, snap a little bit, going to hand it inside. And number 2, Akeem Jackson, is not going to go anywhere, and he may lose a yard. They'll probably give him forward progress, but he was immediately thrown back. So 4th and goal, trailing 7-0. Important down here for Wilkinson County. They're going to go for it. They're on the road. They're 0-4. They battled the first half, an undefeated team, to a 7-0 ball game here. Nope, they're going to kick a field goal. Watch the fake here from Akeem Jackson. Take, and the ball's going to be snapped and on the ground, and it is no good. He missed it. No good, so Trojans will take over, and they stop the drive. 7:48 to go in the second period. 7-0. We'll stay right here. Tattnall comes up to the line. Jimmy Marshall will come out to this near side. And we'll get a timeout. We do have a timeout. 7:48. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. The Macon Touchdown Club begins its 71st season on September the 6th at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue. Join us again this year as we celebrate football, fun, and fellowship. Among our featured speakers this year will be former Georgia head coach Ray Goff, former Virginia Tech legend Frank Beamer, University of Georgia legend Lauren Smith, and former head coach of the Auburn Tigers Pat Dye, along with many others. Each Monday night starting at 6:30, that's the Macon Touchdown Club. Visit us online at MaconTouchdownClub.com. And welcome back to Jack Baines Field. Missed field goal opportunity from the Warriors, and they get turned away on a 4th down and goal from the 5-yard line. So far, the Trojans have lost the Zion Blasingame tonight, and they have also lost Dayton Steinmeier, but it looks like Steinmeier might be getting ready to go back in for the Trojans. Right now, they'll go under center. Take, and then Miles Morse is going to hand it off underneath, and he's got a player breaking free, and that's Vasco Sanders. And Vasco is going to take the ball all the way from the 20 out to the 35, and we've got a we've got a Warrior slow to get up. Let's see if we can catch who that is. DeMarcus Mims, number 10, down on the field. Well, we'll take another injury timeout. Our sponsors are enjoying this. 30 seconds, we'll be back.
At Marco's, we're piling on the toppings. Try our award-winning white cheesy pizza, stacked with flavors like feta and bacon. It's white pizza the Marco's way. Or our Meat Supremo, loaded with more Italian meats than you can imagine. With so many toppings, there's never a boring bite.
Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. The last update that we had was Twiggs County was leading FPD in that key single-A sub-region battle. Right here, 7-0 in a hard-fought game that has had the Trojans start to pile up some injuries for the first time of the season. Zion Blasingame being a big one. Take, going to go to Ahmad Barron. He's going to get hit once, going to hit twice. He's going to lose yardage from the 36 back to the 31-yard line, and it's a loss of 5 on the play, and it's going to bring up a second down and second down and 15. Miles Morse looks to get his play in from the sideline. Vasco Sanders now is your fullback. Send Ahmad Barron in motion. They'll leave it to Vasco Sanders. He'll run off that left side, and he'll get a little bit of room from the 35 up to the 36-yard line. And now let's see what the dead ball foul, personal foul against Wilkinson County, and that'll go 15 more from the end of the run. And not for sure what happened on that one. And number 56, Coleman Rumney, was a little slow to get up. $15-yard penalty, and it's going to go from the 35. This is going to take it right at midfield and beyond. It'll cross the midfield stripe to the 49-yard line, almost the 48. Take, and you're going to give it to Ahmad Barron, and he's going to step in. He's going to get from the 48 to the 45. Make that Antoine Davis on the carry for the Trojans. Sanders at full. taking Ahmad Barron's going to get it. Step in, 45-40, 35-30. Steps inside, 25-20. Male make it a 24. And a good strong run from the 45 to the 24. That's 21 yards for Ahmad Barron. And it's a first down and 10. They've now moved Antoine Davis to one wing, Ahmad on the other. Number 9, Vasco Sanders, is now at full with the injury to Zion Blassingame. Barron will go in motion. They'll go to Vasco Sanders. 20, 15, 10. Goodbye. Touchdown from 25 yards out. And it is number 9, Vasco Sanders. And that's a 25-yard touchdown run at the 5:26 mark of the second period, and the Trojans are back on the board with a 13-0 lead. In for the extra point, out of the hole to Garrett Houston, will be Bryce Pruitt. Here's the snap, the touch, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field, your score, Tattnall 14, the Warriors of Wilkinson County 0. We'll be back.
I can fix that. I can fix that. I can fix that. I can fix that. I can fix that.
I can fix that.
Can you fix this?
I can fix that.
For the best service on your desktop and laptop computers, from hardware to software problems, Quality Computer Systems always has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks. Quality Computer Systems.
Welcome back to Jack Baines Field here on campus of Tattnall Square Academy. As we'll get ready to kick it off, and doing the honors will be Wes Allen, the freshman, as he'll tee it up on the 40, and back deep will be number 3, Larry Jones, for the Warriors. So the young freshman will kick it deep. Pruitt was good with the extra point. Allen will do the kickoff. And he'll kick it, and it'll be taken at the 10 by Larry Jones. 15, get outside to the 20 and get knocked out of bounds along the 22-yard line. We'll see exactly where they mark him out. I may give him a little better than that. There's a flag that came in really late. I don't know what it is, because there was just a return man and 2 defenders over there for Tattnall, and the tackle looked clean. They just kind of bumped him out of bounds. One of the Tattnall guys came flying in. They did. They got a hold on the offense. On the return team. So they'll back them up 10. That should put the ball on the right at the 15-yard line, maybe the 14. Let's see where they mark it at. And nose into the ball, just short. We're going to put it along the 14-yard line. From the 14, first down and 10. Grable has gone the whole way except for one play. Going to I formation. They're going to go to the second man through, Akeem Jackson. He's got a hole, and he's going to pick up 9 yards, maybe close to 10. He's going to be just short of the first down by maybe a yard, maybe or less than a yard. 5:04, and the clock runs here in the second period. Man, the weather turned off nice the last 2 days. Dropped to 80 degrees. Gonna be 49 in the morning. They're gonna go outside and wear nothing but flip-flops. Tylen Grable take, and he's going to go to Jackson. Jackson's going to step in, and momentum may get him the first, but the Trojans stacked it up pretty good. And that was number 60 in there for the Trojans that time. And that's Tyler Bennett, senior. He was one of them that got in there, along with 50, and that was Christian Rogers. Big game up in Athens tomorrow. We talked about that on Gridiron Gab on Thursday night. All our callers with the Classic Firearms Pick'em contest. It was about 60-40 Tennessee. Long pass down that far sideline going to Larry Jones. Incomplete. It'll be interesting up in Athens. Georgia coming off that big loss down in Oxford against Ole Miss. Tennessee coming off the huge emotional win in Knoxville last Saturday over the Florida Gators, who they hadn't beaten in 11 years. 4:07. Brandon Mays will come to this near side. Have a slot with him. Single setback, they'll go slot and wide to the other side. Grable going to throw out in the flat, and that's not going to fall incomplete. Out there covering was Calvin Slaughter, the senior. And that's going to incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. (14-0) Trojans lead it. 3rd down and 10. Brandon Mays will come to this near side. In a shotgun. Drop straight back. Got a man wide open, and man, did he get hit. He got popped at the 38-yard line, and that was number 28 on the hit, and that was Garrett Houston. And got to be careful, because at the college rank, they may have got him for targeting on that one. But they went to Brandon Mays, and he was open, and he zipped it in there. But Garrett Houston lowered the boom, and the ball came out. And so Ahmad Barron will go deep along with Antoine Davis. High snap, and we're going to have somebody moved, and we'll check and see was it offense or going to be a false start, and that's going to back them up 5. 3:53. Ball's resting along the 26-yard line. If this is against them, you're certainly going to see Tattnall move it back, and it is a false start. So the coaches are going to back this one up 5 again. I don't care how poor the punt was. Sorry, ref, you got to mark off the penalty. You can't just put it back on the line of scrimmage. There we go. Back to the 20. He set it down, was going to snap it again from the 25. Take and kick, and it's a good spiral. It'll go to midfield. Ahmad Barron, or is that Antoine Davis? That's Ahmad Barron. Got hit one, got hit twice. Now he's going to go backwards, and thought he was going to outrun everybody else, and it didn't work out. Caught it at midfield, got popped and knocked backwards, and tried to go one way and then the others. And they finally caught up with him as he went backwards to the 40. So caught it on the 47, made it to the 50, ended up back on the 40. And that's calling going backwards 10 yards. So 3:40 to go here. Miles Morris now will check in at quarterback. We'll see who they go at fullback with, and it may be Vasco Sanders. Or do they change it up? Jimmy Marshall will come to this near side. They will go Vasco. And let's see. We got a timeout. Yep, timeout, Wilkinson County. 3:40 to go in the half. We'll take it with them. You're listening to the Marco's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSPNSports.com. The Downey Law Firm understands what happens when you've been injured in a car wreck. Attorney Jason Downey used to work for insurance companies, and he's helped injured victims obtain millions of dollars for their injuries. Whether you're in Macon, Valdosta, Atlanta, or anywhere in between, the Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Give them a call today at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Welcome back to Tattnall Square Academy. Russell Deese, glad to have you with us. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors tonight, as we do each and every week. Marco's Pizza, Quality Computers, Classic Firearms, the Downey Law Firm, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, Kudzu Seafood, BT Media Productions, Macon Touchdown Club, and Middle Georgia State University. Taken, going to give it inside, and I believe that's Vasco Sanders, and he's going to go from the 40 to the 46, 47. And that was Destin Mack on their handoff that time, number 3 in the ball game. I want to remind you, Monday night here in Macon, Georgia, it's the Macon Touchdown Club, the second oldest touchdown club in the state, and probably the second largest. And we meet Monday nights at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue here in Macon. Each and every week we have a high school spotlight, our back lineman and special teams player of the week. Dinner served at 6:30, and our special guest speaker this week will be none other than former Georgia head coach Ray Goff. And Destin Mack was all alone, and Miles Morris couldn't hit him. Just led him a little too far. Wow. Just over the fingertips of Destin Mack. But to remind you once again, our guest speaker Monday night will be none other than Ray Goff, the former head coach of the University of Georgia. Ray's been gone a while now from the university. The man to replace Vince Dooley, and done rather well for himself. Quite the entrepreneur, and he will be here on Monday night. Be interesting to hear his thoughts on the modern college game. Ray was an awfully young coach when he got the job at the University of Georgia. So Ray Goff this week. Next week, another exciting guest will be none other than the Hall of Fame coach and former head coach of the Auburn Tigers, Pat Dye. If you have any interest and want to find out more about attending that, hey, just contact us right here on the website at gridirongab@yahoo.com. We'd love to have you be a guest Monday night at 6:30. It'll be Ray Goff, followed by next Monday night, Pat Dye. 2 minutes and 53 seconds penalty. He'll take it across the midfield stripe to the 48. Going to take and go to Vasco Sanders. Now he's getting some yards. He'll go from the 48 to the 40, pick up 8 big yards. So it'll bring up second down. Actually going to need about 3 to get a full first down. So it'll be second down, ball marked dead on the 40. Clock goes at 2:35. Tattnall trying to add to their lead, 14-0. Had a couple of injuries here for the night for Tattnall. Zion Blasingame is gone with something that looked a little serious in a lower extremity. Miles Morris looks, going to throw a fade down here. Going to Jimmy Marshall, and he's going to throw a pick inside the 5, inside the 3, inside the 2. And they're going to mark him down at the 3-yard line, maybe the 2. And Morris is going to throw his first interception of the night and going to turn it over at the 2:05 mark of this period. Coaches will not be pleased about that. Well, turnover. And Wilkinson will have the ball inside the 5 at their own 3-yard line with 2:05 to go. So the undefeated Tattnall Trojans have played a little sloppy here tonight, and they've lost some people. One in particular is very big, Zion Blasingame. Tate going to hand it off inside, and that's Akeem Jackson, or either that was Grable on the keeper there. That's going to move the clock under 2 minutes at 1:51. And we got a flag, and I'm not sure what this is all about. Let's check it and see. Well, dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against both teams, offsetting penalties. So it'll be 2nd down and 7, right where we were a moment ago. Well, somebody down on the sidelines is giving them an earful. And I believe that is Coach Atcher. So 148, and it's 2nd down and 7. Ball is located at the 5.5-yard line. And I'm not for sure what the holdup is now. They're talking to the coaches, I guess is what it is. Yes, they are. Explaining the situation to both the coaches. Take, and he's going to go to number 2, Akeem Jackson. Jackson's going to try to get outside, and he's not going to get very far until he gets along the 7-yard line. And he's going to pick up 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Got to get to, let's see where they mark him. They give him up to the 9-yard line, maybe. Timeout Tattnall, 30 seconds. We'll take it with them. You're listening to the Marco's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSBNsports.com. We'll be back. Well, it's football time in the South, and that means we're rolling toward the greatest time of the year. No, not just football. It's almost time for hunting season 2. And if you're in the market for a new rifle, there's no better place than Classic Firearms, located at 3780 Northside Drive, right here in Macon, across from the Wellness Center. Whether you're in the market for a rifle, a shotgun, or a new concealed carry pistol, now is the time to go see Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff at Classic Firearms. They have everything from weapons to accessories to ammunition. So call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports. And welcome back to Jack Baines Field. 1 minute and 25 seconds to go in this half. And we'll try to get you an update here in just a second. And I'm not for sure. We were looking at Stratford Academy is 13-7 over Mount LaSalle's, and Twiggs County leads FPD 14-3, but that was early. And there's a play to the outside, and he's not going to get it. And he is going to be stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Let's see, they're going to mark it at the 10. I think they will. And they are at halftime. Twiggs County really putting the kibosh on that high-powered Vikings offense. They've held them to 17 rushes for a total of 53 yards. 17 yards rushing, 53 yards passing, 70 yards total. Twiggs County has put 150 on the ground. Of course, they came in tonight with 2 running backs. One had 445 yards on the ground, another one about 650. So they had rushed in 4 ball games for over 1,000 yards already. Mary Persons and Spalding, that is halftime at 7 apiece. Macon County leads in their game. Let's see, Northside leads Macon County 45-0. Is that at the halftime? Could be. Maybe that second period. Good Lord, 45-0. Macon County was undefeated. Of course, they're a single A football team playing a 6A powerhouse. But Dexter Copeland's got them rolling in single A. Here goes Antoine Davis, and he's going to get to 30. One man's going to miss him, second one's not, on a short kick. So Tattnall's going to have an opportunity here with 58 seconds with only a 14-0 lead. Rather hard-hitting football game here in this half. And let's see if the Tattnall Trojans will try to put some more on the board here before halftime. Take and going to hand it off inside, and he's not going to get very far, and he's going to put the football on the ground, and I believe Wilkinson's going to come up with it on a rush play, and let's see, and the Warriors are going to have it with 45 seconds. They're going to turn it back over again. So with 45 seconds to go in this first half of play, Wilkinson County's going to get another shot at it after a short kick put Tattnall in business at the Warriors' own 35 with 53 seconds to go in the game, and they turned it right back over. So now Wilkinson County's going to get, barring a mistake, to finish out this half. Going to throw over the middle, and he's got a man, and that's number 11, Brandon Mays, and he's got room to run, and he'll cross the 50 into the Trojans' 40-yard, past the 40 to the 35-yard line, make it to 36, and that's why you don't want to turn it over, just as we said, late in the half like that. You had it first down at the 35-yard line, and now your opponent gets it right back, and they strike big on you, and they're sitting on your 35. So 35, 28 seconds as the clock snaps. High snap again to Grable. Now he's pressured, going to throw, and there's going to be a hold in there somewhere. You just know, because that flag came right at the lineman. And I believe that's big number 71. They're going to get that on. And we'll check and see. And that's going to be holding, 20 seconds to go. And it's going to be a hold, so that'll back them up to the 45-yard line, 46 rather. We'll call it the 45.5. Grable going to drop straight back. Throw it out there in the flats, and he's going to have, I don't know who that was, but we might get a late flag on this one here. And that was the number 2, Akeem Jackson, who came out of the flat. And he had a man come in late and bounce off of him. And I don't know who that was. Looked like it was number 11, Calvin Slaughter, maybe. And we got Akeem Jackson, and I would be rather sure this might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. Let's see if he gets up. Yes, he does. And that was Akeem Jackson. And we got a timeout, but we're going to keep it here with 2 seconds to go in this half of play. Well, we'll try to get you an update on some scores at the half. 2 seconds to go here, 14-0. Tattnall's had a few more opportunities, but so has Wilkinson. The Warriors have come in here and played awfully tough tonight. In a shotgun, Grable from the 40-yard line. Just going to heave it and throw. Going for a Hail Mary, and it'll fall incomplete, and that'll end the first half. Well, at halftime here from Jack Baines Field, 14-0 is your score. And we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back. I think that ended the half. Yeah, everybody's going to the sidelines. We'll take it with them.
At Marco's, we're piling on the toppings. Try our award-winning white cheesy pizza, stacked with flavors like feta and bacon. It's white pizza the Marco's way. Or our Meat Supremo, loaded with more Italian meats than you can imagine. With so many toppings, there's never a boring bite.
I can fix that. 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 Can you fix this?
I can fix that.
For the best service on your desktop and laptop computers, from hardware to software problems, Quality Computer Systems always has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks. Quality Computer Systems.
The Downey Law Firm understands what happens when you've been injured in a car wreck. Attorney Jason Downey used to work for insurance companies, and he's helped injured victims attain millions of dollars for their injuries. Whether you're in Macon, Valdosta, Atlanta, or anywhere in between, the Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Give them a call today at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Well, it's football time in the South, and that means we're rolling toward the greatest time of the year. No, not just football. It's almost time for hunting season 2. And if you're in the market for a new rifle, there's no better place than Classic Firearms, located at 3780 Northside Drive, right here in Macon, across from the Wellness Center. Whether you're in the market for a rifle, a shotgun, or a new concealed carry pistol, now is the time to go see Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff at Classic Firearms. They have everything from weapons to accessories to ammunition. So call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports.
You wanted it back, so we're bringing it back. Marco's Grilled Chicken Florentine Pizza. We start with dough made fresh in our stores every day. Then top it with Parmesan garlic sauce, grilled chicken, 4 cheeses, including feta, and of course, garden fresh spinach. For a limited time, get Marco's large grilled chicken Florentine or any of our specialty chicken pizzas for just $12.99. Order online at marcos.com.
You guys did a great job on my computer. Can you fix this?
We do work on cell phones. We fix tablets and game consoles. Yeah, we can fix that. What happened?
I don't know.
The best prices and the best service. Quality Computer Systems has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks. Quality Computer Systems.
If you've been injured in a car wreck, call the Downey Law Firm in Macon, Georgia. Attorney Jason Downey focuses on personal injury matters and has fought to recover millions of dollars for his clients. The Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Visit their website today, DowneyLawGA.com, or give them a call at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Hey guys, I know that we can sit around and talk about football and firearms and hunting all day long, but right now I want to speak to the ladies in the audience. The fastest growing segment of firearm purchasers and owners in our country is now women. So ladies, when it comes time for you to make a decision about your first or your next firearm purchase, trust the staff at Classic Firearms. Located at 3780 Northside Drive, just across from the Wellness Center, let Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff assist you in this very important decision. From firearms to ammunition to accessories, trust the fine folks at Classic Firearms. Call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports.
It's a pepperoni celebration. Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico Pizza. Made with two kinds of mouth-watering pepperoni. Zesty Classic and our authentic thick-cut Old World. Cooked till the edges curl in crispy perfection. And for big flavor in every bite, the crust is finished with garlic butter, spices, and Parmesan cheese.
At Quality Computers, we're known for our service, whether locally for our in-store and on-site service, or nationally with our remote service or quality care suite. But we also have the largest selection of computers in stock in Middle Georgia, whether that is new desktops or new laptops, or refurbished desktops and laptops. We also carry all-in-ones and convertibles.
All professionals, no geeks, quality computer systems.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become a reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication pay off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
The Macon Touchdown Club begins its 71st season on September the 6th at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue. Join us again this year as we celebrate football, fun, and fellowship. Among our featured speakers this year will be former Georgia head coach Ray Goff, former Virginia Tech legend Frank Beamer, University of Georgia legend Lauren Smith, and former head coach of the Auburn Tigers Pat Dye, along with many others. Each Monday night, starting at 6:30, that's the Macon Touchdown Club. Visit us online at MaconTouchdownClub.com.
At Marco's, we're piling on the toppings. Try our award-winning white cheesy pizza, stacked with flavors like feta and bacon. It's white pizza the Marco's way. Or our Meat Supremo, loaded with more Italian meats than you can imagine. With so many toppings, there's never a boring bite.
I can fix that. 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 Can you fix this?
I can fix that.
For the best service on your desktop and laptop computers, from hardware to software problems, Quality Computer Systems always has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks, quality computer systems.
The Downey Law Firm understands what happens when you've been injured in a car wreck. Attorney Jason Downey used to work for insurance companies, and he's helped injured victims obtain millions of dollars for their injuries. Whether you're in Macon, Valdosta, Atlanta, or anywhere in between, the Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Give them a call today at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Well, it's football time in the South, and that means we're rolling toward the greatest time of the year. No, not just football. It's almost time for hunting season 2. And if you're in the market for a new rifle, there's no better place than Classic Firearms, located at 3780 Northside Drive, right here in Macon, across from the Wellness Center. Whether you're in the market for a rifle, a shotgun, or a new concealed carry pistol, now is the time to go see Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff at Classic Firearms. They have everything from weapons to accessories to ammunition. So call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports.
You wanted it back, so we're bringing it back. Marco's Grilled Chicken Florentine Pizza. We start with dough made fresh in our stores every day. Then top it with Parmesan garlic sauce, grilled chicken, 4 cheeses, including feta, and of course, garden fresh spinach. For a limited time, get Marco's large grilled chicken Florentine or any of our specialty chicken pizzas for just $12.99. Order online at marcos.com.
You guys did a great job on my computer. Can you fix this?
We do work on cell phones. We fix tablets and game consoles. Yeah, we can fix that. What happened?
I don't know.
The best prices and the best service. Quality Computer Systems has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks, quality computer systems.
If you've been injured in a car wreck, call the Downey Law Firm in Macon, Georgia. Attorney Jason Downey focuses on personal injury matters and has fought to recover millions of dollars for his clients. The Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Visit their website today, DowneyLawGA.com, or give them a call at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Hey guys, I know that we can sit around and talk about football and firearms and hunting all day long, but right now I want to speak to the ladies in the audience. The fastest growing segment of firearm purchasers and owners in our country is now women. So ladies, when it comes time for you to make a decision about your first or your next firearm purchase, trust the staff at Classic Firearms. Located at 3780 Northside Drive, just across from the Wellness Center, let Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff assist you in this very important decision. From firearms to ammunition to accessories, trust the fine folks at Classic Firearms. Call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports.
It's a pepperoni celebration. Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico Pizza. Made with 2 kinds of mouth-watering pepperoni. Zesty Classic and our authentic thick-cut Old World. Cooked till the edges curl in crispy perfection. And for big flavor in every bite, the crust is finished with garlic butter, spices, and Parmesan cheese.
At Quality Computers, we're known for our service, whether locally for our in-store and on-site service, or nationally with our remote service or quality care suite. But we also have the largest selection of computers in stock in Middle Georgia, whether that is new desktops or new laptops, or refurbished desktops and laptops. We also carry all-in-ones and convertibles.
All professionals, no geeks, quality computer systems.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become a reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication pay off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
The Macon Touchdown Club begins its 71st season on September the 6th at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue. Join us again this year as we celebrate football, fun, and fellowship. Among our featured speakers this year will be former Georgia head coach Ray Goff, former Virginia Tech legend Frank Beamer, University of Georgia legend Lauren Smith, and former head coach of the Auburn Tigers Pat Dye, along with many others. Each Monday night starting at 6:30, that's the Macon Touchdown Club. Visit us online at MaconTouchdownClub.com.
At Marco's, we're piling on the toppings. Try our award-winning white cheesy pizza, stacked with flavors like feta and bacon. It's white pizza the Marco's way. Or our Meat Supremo, loaded with more Italian meats than you can imagine. With so many toppings, there's never a boring bite.
I can fix that. 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 Can you fix this?
I can fix that.
For the best service on your desktop and laptop computers, from hardware to software problems, Quality Computer Systems always has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks. Quality Computer Systems.
The Downey Law Firm understands what happens when you've been injured in a car wreck. Attorney Jason Downey used to work for insurance companies, and he's helped injured victims attain millions of dollars for their injuries. Whether you're in Macon, Valdosta, Atlanta, or anywhere in between, the Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Give them a call today at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Well, it's football time in the South, and that means we're rolling toward the greatest time of the year. No, not just football. It's almost time for hunting season 2. And if you're in the market for a new rifle, there's no better place than Classic Firearms, located at 3780 Northside Drive, right here in Macon, across from the Wellness Center. Whether you're in the market for a rifle, a shotgun, or a new concealed carry pistol, now is the time to go see Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff at Classic Firearms. They have everything from weapons to accessories to ammunition. So call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports.
You wanted it back, so we're bringing it back. Marco's Grilled Chicken Florentine Pizza. We start with dough made fresh in our stores every day. Then top it with Parmesan garlic sauce, grilled chicken, 4 cheeses, including feta, and of course, garden fresh spinach. For a limited time, get Marco's large grilled chicken Florentine or any of our specialty chicken pizzas for just $12.99. Order online at marcos.com.
You guys did a great job on my computer. Can you fix this?
We do work on cell phones. We fix tablets and game consoles. Yeah, we can fix that. What happened?
I don't know.
The best prices and the best service. Quality Computer Systems has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks. Quality Computer Systems.
If you've been injured in a car wreck, call the Downey Law Firm in Macon, Georgia. Attorney Jason Downey focuses on personal injury matters and has fought to recover millions of dollars for his clients. The Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Visit their website today, DowneyLawGA.com, or give them a call at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Hey guys, I know that we can sit around and talk about football and firearms and hunting all day long, but right now I want to speak to the ladies in the audience. The fastest growing segment of firearm purchasers and owners in our country is now women. So ladies, when it comes time for you to make a decision about your first or your next firearm purchase, trust the staff at Classic Firearms. Located at 3780 Northside Drive, just across from the Wellness Center, let Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff assist you in this very important decision. From firearms to ammunition to accessories, trust the fine folks at Classic Firearms. Call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports.
It's a pepperoni celebration. Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico Pizza. Made with 2 kinds of mouth-watering pepperoni. Zesty Classic and our authentic thick-cut Old World. Cooked till the edges curl in crispy perfection. And for big flavor in every bite, the crust is finished with garlic butter, spices, and Parmesan cheese.
At Quality Computers, we're known for our service, whether locally for our in-store and on-site service, or nationally with our remote service or Quality Care Suite. But we also have the largest selection of computers in stock in Middle Georgia, whether that is new desktops or new laptops, or refurbished desktops and laptops. We also carry all-in-ones and convertibles.
All professionals, no geeks. Quality Computer Systems.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication paid off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
The Macon Touchdown Club begins its 71st season on September the 6th at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue. Join us again this year as we celebrate football, fun, and fellowship. Among our featured speakers this year will be former Georgia head coach Ray Goff, former Virginia Tech legend Frank Beamer, University of Georgia legend Lauren Smith, and former head coach of the Auburn Tigers Pat Dye, along with many others. Each Monday night starting at 6:30, that's the Macon Touchdown Club. Visit us online at MaconTouchdownClub.com.
At Marco's, we're piling on the toppings. Try our award-winning white cheesy pizza, stacked with flavors like feta and bacon. It's white pizza the Marco's way. Or our Meat Supremo, loaded with more Italian meats than you can imagine. With so many toppings, there's never a boring bite.
I can fix that. 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 Can you fix this?
I can fix that.
For the best service on your desktop and laptop computers, from hardware to software problems, Quality Computer Systems always has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks. Quality Computer Systems.
The Downey Law Firm understands what happens when you've been injured in a car wreck. Attorney Jason Downey used to work for insurance companies, and he's helped injured victims obtain millions of dollars for their injuries. Whether you're in Macon, Valdosta, Atlanta, or anywhere in between, the Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Give them a call today at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Well, it's football time in the South, and that means we're rolling toward the greatest time of the year. No, not just football. It's almost time for hunting season 2. And if you're in the market for a new rifle, there's no better place than Classic Firearms, located at 3780 Northside Drive, right here in Macon, across from the Wellness Center. Whether you're in the market for a rifle, a shotgun, or a new concealed carry pistol, now is the time to go see Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff at Classic Firearms. They have everything from weapons to accessories to ammunition. So call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports.
You wanted it back, so we're bringing it back. Marco's Grilled Chicken Florentine Pizza. We start with dough made fresh in our stores every day. Then top it with Parmesan garlic sauce, grilled chicken, 4 cheeses, including feta, and of course, garden fresh spinach. For a limited time, get Marco's large grilled chicken Florentine or any of our specialty chicken pizzas for just $12.99. Order online at marcos.com.
You guys did a great job on my computer. Can you fix this?
We do work on cell phones. We fix tablets and game consoles. Yeah, we can fix that. What happened?
I don't know.
The best prices and the best service. Quality Computer Systems has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks. Quality Computer Systems.
If you've been injured in a car wreck, call the Downey Law Firm in Macon, Georgia. Attorney Jason Downey focuses on personal injury matters and has fought to recover millions of dollars for his clients. The Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Visit their website today, DowneyLawGA.com, or give them a call at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Hey guys, I know that we can sit around and talk about football and firearms and hunting all day long, but right now I want to speak to the ladies in the audience. The fastest growing segment of firearm purchasers and owners in our country is now women. So ladies, when it comes time for you to make a decision about your first or your next firearm purchase, trust the staff at Classic Firearms. Located at 3780 Northside Drive, just across from the Wellness Center, let Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff assist you in this very important decision. From firearms to ammunition to accessories, trust the fine folks at Classic Firearms. Call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports.
Pepperoni celebration. Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico Pizza. Made with 2 kinds of mouth-watering pepperoni. Zesty Classic and our authentic thick-cut Old World. Cooked till the edges curl in crispy perfection. And for big flavor in every bite, the crust is finished with garlic butter, spices, and Parmesan cheese.
And welcome back to Jack Baines Field. Russell Deese, glad to have you with us. It is 14-0 in this out of the scoring win at the first half. The opening play from scrimmage, well, it was a 65-yard touchdown pass from Miles Morris to Jimmy Marshall. He took it all the way on the first play from scrimmage for the Trojans, and the extra point was good by Bryce Pruitt, and they led 7-0. And we stayed right there until the 5:26 mark of the second period. And Vasco Sanders had a 25-yard touchdown run. Bryce Pruitt kicked it through again. And that's been it, folks. And we've had a couple of turnovers and a strong defensive battle. But surprisingly, especially with this Tattnall team, not a whole lot of offense. We'll try to get some scores for you if we can. We'll see if we can pull up something from the local scoreboard here and see if we can get anything up to date. Wes Allen to kick it off for the Trojans. Larry Jones will be deep for the Warriors. Wes Allen will move on it, and it'll be a line drive kick, and the up back will catch it along the 24-yard line, come this way with it, 30, get to the 35, and that's about as far as he'll get before number 11, Calvin Slaughter, will knock him down. And let's see where they mark him out of bounds at. I believe it'll be around the 31, maybe all the way up to the 32, 33-yard line. Macon County has turned the ball over 5 times so far tonight, and they are way behind. Northside leads it 45-0 over Macon County. Central moving to 5-0 if they can for the first time in 35 years. Here's the handoff, and we're going to get a flag, and I'm not sure what the flag was. And I can't really tell from some of these scores what's actually going on. So I guess you'd have to be following somebody full time on some of these Twitter pages to figure out what's going on. I see one score there, and that was 45-0. I believe Central, who was undefeated, is now fell behind in their game. And let's see. I'm not for sure if Central is playing Pike County, but if it is, they now are losing 24-14. Don't know. Yeah, it was Pike County 24-14. And we'll try to get some more scores in a minute. Looking for that Twiggs County FPD score. Not for sure what that's going on with that one down there. So they'll back it up. First down and 10, ball along the 19-yard line. Grable, who's gone all the way at quarterback, will get a snap. He's going to look and throw out in the flat, and he's got a man out there, and that's Brandon Mays, and he's got a little room to run, and he's going to get out to the 30-yard line. He's going to be about a yard short, and number 52 is going to be on the tackle out there, and that's McKinley Anderson. Tyler Warnock. And all I can see right now is they've turned it over again, and we'll see. Ball straight back. And the quarterback's going to run forward, and he's going to have a little room to run. And he's going to have, on a 2nd and 12, he's going to pick up 4, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Got to get to let's see where they mark him. They're going to mark him short of the 35. Got to get to the 43 to pick up a new set of downs. We're going to call it almost, it's going to be a full 8. Drop straight back. Going to dump it out in the flat, and it goes for naught. The quarterback's going to get away. But it's going to bring up 4th down and 8, and let's see what the Warriors try to do here, trailing by a score 14-0. So Antoine Davis and Ahmad Barron will go back deep. Twiggs County leads FPD 14-3. So undefeated FPD on the road at Twiggs County. Knew it was going to be a tough night down there. Both of them with pretty prolific offenses, but different, of course. FPD's been throwing the ball rather effectively this year, and the ball is going to bounce and it's going to be caught, and number 24 is going to be down there on the tackle for the Warriors. And we're sorry we can't pass number 29. We can't pass this on for you. We contacted the folks at Wilkinson County several times this week and could not obtain a roster, and the coaching staff did not bring one with them tonight. So we're doing the best we can with what we got. Love these coaches, but coaches, come on, please. You got to carry a copy of your roster with you. The poor guy in the PA address doesn't even know who's out there. Miles Morris going to leave it with Ahmad Barron. Got room to run. 35-40. Get across to the 41. Maybe that'll make him to the 40. Ahmad's going to have close to a 1st down. $10 yards. Miles Morse, and let's see who they've got in the backfield with him now with the injury to Zion Blassingame. They're going to send Antoine Davis, going to give it to him, going to cut back inside the 41. He'll get to the 42, maybe the 43. And let's see, that's Thomas Humphreys in there at fullback now. $9:29 to go in the third. Tattnall's got the ball for the first time tonight in the second half, and they lead it 14-0. Barron to one side. Antoine Davis goes in motion. Leave it this time with Ahmad Barron. Got a hole. Steps inside 50, 48-yard line before they'll pull him down in Warrior territory. And he's going to have about 10 yards on the play, and that's going to give him a new set of downs. $8:54. Take and leave it inside, and that's going to be Thomas Humphreys. Going to get to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 4 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. Twiggs County's Calvin Stevens, a 1-yard run. The extra point was blocked. Twiggs County pouring it on the Vikings, 20-3 in the 3rd. So a very important game here, and one across town in single A. Down in Twiggs County, they had came in 3-1 or maybe 4-1. The only team they had lost to was a team out of Florida, and I'm not for sure that wasn't a double or triple A team that they lost to, so it's not going to hurt them too much in the power rankings. Third down and 4 here, and the undefeated Vikings went down to play them tonight. Third down, Ahmad Barron going to cut it back inside. 40, 39, 38. He's going to be awfully close to a first down, and if he gets it, it'll be because of his effort and a couple of guys on that front line who really made a push, including number 58 out there for the Trojans that time, and that was Chandler Whittington, your starting center. First down. First down for the Trojans. We don't have an update on Zion Blasingame. We'll let you know as soon as we get something. Take and going to give it inside, and that is going to be number 9 on the play. I believe that's Vasco Sanders on the run. He's going to go from the 38-yard line. Going to pick it up down to the 33. We'll give him 35 yards, 5 yards on the carry. Call it 2nd down and 5, and it'll be a short 5 at that. Morse going to take and go to Anton Sanders. Got a little cross-buck action. He's at the 10. He is gone. 33-yard touchdown run by Antoine Davis. And it comes at the 6:28 mark of the 3rd period, and the Trojans score first to take an additional lead of 20-0 here in this 3rd period of play. 6:28. Bryce Pruitt will be in for the extra point. Here's a snap, the touch, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. Your score, Tattnall 21, Wilkinson County 0. We'll be back after these timeouts.
At Marco's, we're piling on the toppings. Try our award-winning white cheesy pizza, stacked with flavors like feta and bacon. It's white pizza the Marco's way. Or our Meat Supremo, loaded with more Italian meats than you can imagine. With so many toppings, there's never a boring bite.
Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. Russell Deese, glad to have you with us here tonight on the Marco's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week. 6:28. 21-0. Trojans lead it. Update out of Twiggs County. They have scored again. They lead FPD, who was undefeated going in, 20-3. We'll keep an eye on that one. Northside is rolling over Macon County. Spalding and Mary Persons is very close, just above us in Monroe County. We'll keep an eye on that. Got a return coming for Wilkinson County. He'll get all the way out to the 40, maybe to 44. And we got a late flag come in, and one of the coaches really got rolled up in over there on Wilkinson County. We got another Trojan on the sideline here with his shirt off, and he's got a shoulder injury of some kind. I'm not sure what it is. And let's see what the penalty was here. 6:20. Dead ball foul, personal foul against Tattnall, and that's going to be 15 yards at the end of the run. And that's going to take them all the way down from their 45. That's going to take them all the way to the 40, and it's going to be first down and 10 for the Warriors right there. The sun is set. We've got our coolest night in a long, long time in Macon, Georgia. And man, does it feel good. Finally starting to feel a little bit like football weather. It was still a little warm when we got here this afternoon, but it just wasn't the oppressive heat we've been through. But it's not going to last long. We're back in the 90s next week. It just won't go away. But Mother Nature will eventually take care of you and us. 6:20. Going to look. He's going to get thrown down, and they're going to call him in. They're not going to call him down? No. He's going to throw it out in the flat out there, and I don't know if sure he was going to. The quarterback may have been going to DeAndre Fordham, probably the closest guy to him. Trojans are going to object to that one.
Good pressure up the middle by number 50, Christian Rogers. Number 4, quarterback Colin Grable's pass falls incomplete.
So second down and 10. Ball rests on the Trojans 40. Going to take and going to give it inside to Akeem Jackson. And they are going to eat him up and push him back. And now you think maybe Tattnall's starting to get a little momentum here and starting to lean on him a little bit on the line. Number 56, Coleman Rumney's going to check out. And number 50, Christian Rogers is going to check out. And Christian looks like he's trying to get an adjustment on his helmet there. Third and 11 for the Warriors. They've lost a yard since they got the personal foul. And up here at the Tattnall 41, maybe to 42. Late flag is going to come in, and let's see if it's a delay of game. Delay of game is the call. It's going to back them up 5. So it'll make it third down and 16, and that's going to move them to the 47. Make it to 45 and a half, actually. 5:38 to go in the third. Tattnall leads it on a touchdown run by Antoine Davis. The only score of this half so far. Spalding and Mary Persons at the end of 3. It's 7 all. Fourth quarter they go. Macon County trails Northside 45-0. And they're going to hand it off, and he ain't going to get very far. And we may have a flag, and we may have 2 flags. And the man off the bottom of the pile down there was number 85, and that was Big Sean Brown, and I think he slung somebody around pretty good, and that didn't necessarily go over too well. Dead ball foul, personal foul against Tattnall. And dead ball foul, personal foul against, I'm sorry, he meant personal foul against Wilkinson County. And the call is actually going to go against the Warriors. And that's going to push them back 15 yards. And that's going to move it all the way back to the 40. So it's going to be a third down and 31 now. Snap, Kicker's going to get it away. Let's see, they're going to fight for it down here. Not a good idea. Antoine Davis will come to this side. 40, 45, step out of bounds, right along the midfield stripe. And let's see, I don't see a flag anywhere. Antoine are going to get to, where are they going to mark him at? And we do have a flag back downfield here around the 39-yard line of Wilkinson County. So let's see, I don't know what the flag is. (45-6). Mary Persons and Spalding still tied. Nothing else on, let's see, Pikes County. 30-14, and they are about to break the Central Chargers' undefeated record. Pike County leads Central 30-14. Well, the flag and the laundry still on the field at the 38-yard line. I want to remind you once again, the Macon Touchdown Club meets Monday night at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue here in Macon. Program begins at 6:30. Our special guest this week, none other than the former head coach of the University of Georgia Bulldogs, Ray Goff. And Coach Goff will be here Monday night. And we'll have our back lineman and special teams player of the week, of course, and our high school spotlight as well. And Twiggs County now leads at 20-9, a 34-yard touchdown pass, Dalton Cox to Harrison Auld, and they have cut it from 20-3 to 20-9 with the extra point coming. Stratford leads 34-7 over Mount LaSalle's. Well, the penalty flag is going against Tattnall here. And I don't know what it is, and I still have not seen a signal. 5 minutes and 13 seconds. And guys, you got to let us know what's going on. So Ray Goff will be our guest Monday night at the Macon Touchdown Club. If you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to call me, 478-550-0524. And then next week, another legend of the Southeastern Conference, the Hall of Fame coach and the former head coach of the Auburn Tigers, Pat Dye, will be in town. Coach Dye will be here to talk about us. Coach Dye even has his own radio show that comes on a couple of times a week. I'm listening. It's a pretty good show. He's got a lot of legends of college football on that program, and some of the history and the story that man can go over, like many of them, like Vince Dooley and some of Danny Ford and some of the rest ones, Bobby Bowden. Those guys were in a great era of the sport, and they turned it into the money-making machine it is now by what they did in the 80s and the 90s and the 70s and even the 60s. And those guys were a lot of fun to listen to when they come. That's history standing right before you. So don't forget us Monday night at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue. FPD now trails 20-10, and that's late in the third. 4:48 to go. Miles Morris under center. Antoine Davis will take, and they're going to give it into number 9 that time, and that's Vasco Sanders, and he's going to go from the 30 up to about the 33-yard line. Don't forget on Thursday nights to join us right here on DSBNsports.com/gridiron-gab, and you don't even have to remember that. Just go to DSBNsports.com. At the top of the page, you'll see Gridiron Gab. Just click on it on Thursday nights and become a part of us. We'd love to have you talk high school and college football with us every Thursday night. And don't forget our Classic Firearms Pick'em contest this week, Tennessee versus Georgia. And you've got time between now and tomorrow at 12 noon. Just hit the contact page on DSBN Sports, or we'll give you the address right now. You can Message us on Facebook at DSPN Sports or gridirongab@yahoo.com. That's one word, gridirongab@yahoo.com. Pick the winner and the score, over $70 in prizes each week, and at the end of the year, after that big SEC championship game, somebody's taking home a really, really nice shotgun, courtesy of Classic Firearms. Miles Morris going to take and going to give it to Ahmad Barron. He's going to escape one. He's not going to escape two or the third one, and he's going to fight his way with a great effort all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a yard on it to the 36, and so we're going to call it 2nd down and 11. It's at least that. Jimmy Marshall will go to that far side. Destin Mack in now at a wing, and he'll go in motion. Take and leave it with a fullback underneath, and he'll go from the 35 and get near the 40. Maybe let's give him the 39. Going to be just a little bit short. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down, and he's going to have to get to just across that 46-yard line, and he's at the 39. We're going to call it a really short 7, but it's closer to 7 than 6. Calvin Slaughter is wide to this near side. To the far side goes Jimmy Marshall. In a shotgun now, drops straight back. Throw it out in the flat to Jimmy Marshall. He's going to get tackled immediately back there for little or no gain. Javon Jackson, number 7, on the stop. And that's going to move the ball back to the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 7 now with 1:45 to go. Luke Lasky back to punt. Back deep will be Brandon Mays, I believe, that is in the punt formation. It is Brandon. Going to stand along his 22-yard line. Don't forget, after tonight's game, we'll archive it up immediately. And you just go hit archive at the top of the page on DSPNsports.com. Take you directly to our YouTube channel. And you can hit it there and watch it as many times as you like. Don't forget our YouTube channel. We'd love for you to subscribe to it. And on Friday night and Thursday nights from now on, just go to YouTube Live on your smart TV, and you'll be able to watch us right there. Or if you have a Roku or a Chromecast or whatever it is, you can join us each football broadcast or our college football show each and every Thursday night from 6:30 to 8. I want to remind you, if you want to be a part of the Classic Firearms Pick'em contest, picking Georgia and Tennessee for this week's prizes. Northside was jumping all over Macon County. You knew that was going to be a little bit of a fight. Macon County's Dexter Copeland's team over there got a fine team this year. They were sitting atop the single A private ratings, and I don't think losing the 6A Northside is necessarily going to hurt them. I think the biggest thing is to come out of there with not anybody getting hurt. They're down 45-6 or 45-0. I believe it might be 45-6 was the last I saw. Going to have a flag, and that might be movement, and we'll see. Could be a hold, too. A lot of laundry on the field here tonight. Too much. 64 seconds to go in the third. Ball. Flag stands along the 19-yard line. We may get an encroachment. Not for sure what this flag's going to be. Let's see. This might be on Tattnall. Now, it's a procedure call against Wilkinson.
And
they're going to back him up 5 yards. And it's going to be 1st and 15 with 64 seconds to go. And that'll put the ball on the 10-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10. Well, wait a minute. No, first down at the 15. The ball was on the 20. Wide out to this side with a slot. Single wide out to the other side. You're going to run on a little quarterback wildcat keeper, Larry Jones, and he's going to get to about the 17-yard line. Pick up a 2, maybe, for Jones. Second down, we're going to call it 12, maybe. And he might have got up to about the 18.5, 19-yard line. Got to get to the 30. We're going to call it second down and 12. Update now, Twiggs County, 27-yard field goal from Baylor Butcher, and with 4:38 to go in the fourth, Twiggs leads FPD 23-10. The onside kick after FPD scored, and it went for naught. And the Trojans are going to get a big sack back there. Christian Rogers going to blow through the line and going to tackle him, man. They'll give him back to the 15, and that's a gracious plenty. That's the end of the 3 quarters. We'll come back and finish it up from Jack Baines Field here at Tattnall Square Academy. Your score, Tattnall 21, Wilkinson nothing. We'll be back.
I can fix that. 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 Can you fix this?
I can fix that.
For the best service on your desktop and laptop computers, from hardware to software problems, Quality Computer Systems always has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks, Quality Computer Systems.
The Downey Law Firm understands what happens when you've been injured in a car wreck. Attorney Jason Downey used to work for insurance companies, and he's helped injured victims obtain millions of dollars for their injuries. Whether you're in Macon, Valdosta, Atlanta, or anywhere in between, the Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Give them a call today at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. 34-7, and I believe is the score we just heard. Stratford over Mount LaSalle's. 20-10 is the score for FPD and Twiggs, and that one was late in the fourth. Here we begin the fourth, and it's 21-0. Don't forget, for our post-game wrap-up and the final verdict of this game, brought to you by the Downey Law Firm, and of course we'll name our player of the game as well. So on a 3rd down and 15, new quarterback in the game. He's going to roll right, and he's going to throw, and he's going to connect to DeAndre Fordham, and he's going to have enough for a first down as he's going to roll all the way up to the 35. Let's see where they mark him at. And they're not going to quite mark him there. They're going to bring it back to the 31. He fell forward after contact. North side over Macon County 45-6, and that has gone final. Haven't seen anything recently on Mary Persons and Spalding and FPD and Twiggs. Now FPD trying to wake up and maybe make this a little bit of a ball game. Mary Persons scores from 5 yards out with 5:03 to go in it, and they leave Spalding now 14-7. That's a big game there. Timeout on the field. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. 21-0. We'll be back after this. Well, it's football time in the South, and that means we're rolling toward the greatest time of the year. No, not just football, it's almost time for hunting season 2. And if you're in the market for a new rifle, there's no better place than Classic Firearms, located at 3780 Northside Drive, right here in Macon, across from the Wellness Center. Whether you're in the market for a rifle, a shotgun, or a new concealed carry pistol, now is the time to go see Buddy Webb and his knowledgeable staff at Classic Firearms. They have everything from weapons to accessories to ammunition. So call them today at 478-257-6655 or visit them online at classicfirearmsga.com and tell them you heard about it on DSBN Sports. Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. First down and 10 for the Wilkinson County Warriors, but they trail 21-0. As we just updated you, Mary Persons is leading Spaldwin County 14-7. That's been a war up there. Going to take and scramble to this side, and he's going to run out of bounds, and he wants none of that getting hit. And he's going to run out. The new quarterback in, let's just face it, Tylen Grable really got hurt, rocked in the first quarter. But the kid was tough, and he came back, and he's played this whole game. But I'm not for sure if he didn't get hit again. Stratford has just scored again. It's late, 5:39 to go, and it's 41-7. Dalton Cox has thrown a touchdown pass with 3:32 to go in the fourth to Armand Smith, and Twiggs County lead is now down to 23-17. So the Vikings are trying to roll back in that one. Quarterback going to drop straight back, and that's Tylen Grable. So FPD trying to come back on the road. Grable back at quarterback, and for a while there we had, if we can find his number here somewhere, we can't guarantee that. Number 3 at quarterback, and all I can do is hazard a guess here, and I can't seem to get it right. Quarterback's going to run out of bounds, and he's going to get from he's going to go from the 33 and get, let's see, where did he get? Fourth down and about 8 to go. Let's see what Wilkinson County's going to do here. 10:41, trailing 21-0. And they're going to kick it away. Going to be caught by Ahmad Barron on the 35. Going to get across the 41 to about the 43. And let's see if we can find out what this quarterback's name was for. Well, I have no idea. Well, Twiggs fumbled. FPD got on it, but now they're saying it was out of bounds, and Twiggs is going to retain possession. That game's got to be under 3 minutes, and it was a close one, 20-13, 20-14, 23-17. I'm sorry. Here's Antoine Davis with a big run, and he got a hand tackle on him at the Wilkinson 34-yard line. Well, Mountain Sales has finally got on the board with 4:17 left. It's 41-14 now. Everybody's later than us, it seems. Central was undefeated. Central of Macon was undefeated. Pike County has come in, and they lead them, and we think that's going to be close to a final. And the undefeated season is going to go away for the Central Chargers. Miles Morris will go under center. Mod Barron in motion. They'll give it to him, cut it back in. 35-30. Broke away, and he's going to get caught up right around the 22-yard line. And he's not going to like that because he's going to think he got grabbed by a horse collar, and he's almost close. But he'll get to the 20-yard line, and he'll pick up a new set of downs, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans. 9:36. Vasco Sanders now the fullback. Barron will go in motion. They'll leave it with Vasco Sanders. Cuts in, and he'll get caught back inside and get pulled down, and he won't get to the line of scrimmage. And Mary Persons has just tied it up. Then we had the wrong signal before. 3 yards out, it's 14 all, 2:21. So Spalding must have been leading that game 14-7. Mary Persons is pulled even with 2:21 to go into fourth. That's a big game. 8:52 clock runs. There are some huge matchups coming down the road in about a 50-mile radius here of Macon, Georgia. If you put a pin in the middle, there is some big games coming in region play. Tay going to give it back inside to Destin Mack. 20, 15, 10. One man got it. Destin Mack from 21 yards out. And it is going to be a 21-yard touchdown. Destin Mack at the 8:29 mark. No, it will not go. Penalty. Holding against Tattnall. Wow. Well, penalty flag was, let's see, dropped about the 18-yard line. Touchdown Twiggs County with 1:54 to go into fourth. It was 23-17, 29-17. The two-point conversion has failed, so down to 1.45 to go in that one. $8:29 here in the fourth. Destin Mack scampered for 20-something yards for a touchdown, but they brought it back, and the ball will rest along the 28-yard line. Take and go to Ahmad Barron. Cuts inside, 15, 20, 20, 15, 10, 5. How about Ahmad Barron says, don't worry, my brother, I've got you covered. And he just took it 29 yards. Ahmad Barron on a touchdown. So Ahmad's had a good night here tonight running the football. One of the leading Russians for this Trojans team coming in. 27 carries for 336 yards and 3 touchdowns. So Ahmad Barron takes it on a run 29 yards. And the extra point will come from Bryce Pruitt. Snap is good, touch is good, kick is up, and it is good, I believe. Timeout on the field. 28-0, Trojans lead it, 8:21 to go. You're listening to the Marco's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week.
You wanted it back, so we're bringing it back. Marco's Grilled Chicken Florentine Pizza. We start with dough made fresh in our stores every day. Then top it with Parmesan garlic sauce, grilled chicken, 4 cheeses, including feta, and of course, garden fresh spinach. For a limited time, get Marco's large grilled chicken Florentine or any of our specialty chicken pizzas for just $12.99. Order online at marcos.com.
You guys did a great job on my computer. Can you fix this?
We do work on cell phones. We fix tablets and game consoles. Yeah.
And welcome back to Jack Mains Field. 28-0 on a 29-yard touchdown run from Ahmad Barron after Destin Mack had taken one about 20 yards. It was called back on a holding call. moved him from the 19 back to the 29, and he took it the distance. High kick. Ball will bounce on the 15-yard line, and they're going to call him down for sure. Number 3 back there for the Warriors. And that was back on the 16-yard line. And Bleckley County High School has lost to Dublin 21-6. They're tied up in Mary Persons with the Bulldogs and Spalding. And that was 14-all after Mary Persons has scored. And that one was in the fourth, I believe, too. 8-18. 28-0 is your score here. Grable is back at quarterback. Single setback, Akeem Jackson. He's going to look, throw it over the middle of the field, and he's got a man, and that was number 15. And number 2, Antoine Davis, laid the wood to him, but not till he picked up, 14 big yards and a new first down for the Warriors. Take and throw out in the flat, and that was incomplete. Mary Persons has picked off and made an interception against Spalding with 1:50 left in a knotted up game at 14 apiece. Mary Persons will have the ball with 1:50 left on their own 25-yard line, but they got a shot here now to try and make it happen. Here it's 28-0. FPD looks like they're going to go down. Stratford is going to win again against Mountain Sales. Throw it in the middle of the field, and he's got Larry Jones, and Larry Jones almost went off to the races as he got all the way down to the 41-yard line, and Antoine Davis is slow getting up for the Trojans. 7:45, 28-0 lead. Number 52 will check out, and it's McKinley Anderson, along with number 70, Austin Grinstead. So Tattnall trying to rotate in some younger, fresh legs here. Grable going to throw, and his receiver was Brandon Mays. Brandon was coming back to help him, and he was looking for a further break out, staying on the route. John Millage has won it 54-7, and they go to 7-0 on the season. $7:37 to go. Grable in a shotgun. Gonna look, gonna get eaten up and gonna get dropped. Back at the 46-yard line. 1, 2, 3 Trojans will grab him. Number 50, of course, was Christian Rogers with one of them in there, along with number 75, William Morgan. And, of course, number 85 as well, Big Sean Brown, plugging up that other end over there. Turned him back inside and let the others come on in there and grab him. In a shotgun. Going to get hit as he throws, and it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to go to number 3 that time, Larry Jones. It's going to fall incomplete as they had 2 over-the-top coverage that time. The final is in. Twiggs County has beaten previously unbeaten FPD by a score of 29-17. Stratford has been, that game is over as well. They have beaten Mountain Sales 41-14. And I'll tell you, so Stratford with 1 loss, FPD with 1 loss, and now Tattnall remaining undefeated unless something happens here in the next 6 minutes and 50 seconds. And boy, oh boy, is there going to be some good football come down the road between Twiggs, Stratford, FPD, and Tattnall. Defense got pressure on him again. Number 65 in there, and that was Peyton Brady, along with Christian Rogers. And on 4th down, they're going to turn it over, and the Trojans can maybe soak this one away here real quick. Want to remind you, stick around. We'll name our player in the game. And we'll come up for our post-game wrap-up show. It's the final verdict presented by the Downey Law Firm. The Downey Law Firm, making things fair in the legal world. I want to thank once again all of our sponsors: Marco's Pizza, Quality Computers, Classic Firearms, the Downey Law Firm, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, The Car Lot for You, Kudzu Seafood, BT Media Productions, BTMediaPro.com, the Macon Touchdown Club, and Middle Georgia State University. They'll leave it inside with Antoine Davis, and he'll get to the midfield stripe and cross into it to about the 49. We'll say it's a 50 and leave him right there. Miles Morse is your quarterback for the Trojans, and he's gone all night. They've lost Zion Blasingame. That is not good. We'll try to get you an update if we can on that. And I believe I see Zion right down here in the golf court with his foot wrapped, and he's kind of sitting down. Here comes Antoine Davis. Tries to cut back in. No, sir, not much luck that time. Didn't get any help on the block. .552, 551. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We started last week, week 3 of the season. Week 4, actually. And we'll be in full HD with you the rest of the way. And boy, does it make a difference. Once again, that final out of Twiggs County, FED falls 29-17. Go to Ahmad Barron. 45, 40. Can he get a block? He's got 1, 2. And he can't get more than that, but he'll get to the 26. And Jimmy Marshall with a beautiful block downfield, and we've got a young man down for Wilkinson County. And I'm not for sure that's not number 21, DeAndre Fordham. And let's see if we can check his number real quick. And I'm not for sure that's DeAndre, and I don't want to alarm anybody. And it looks like he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. And they're going to get him up. And that's number 22 that was down for them. 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Three seconds left. 43-yard field goal coming up. And Mary Persons has taken the lead 17-14 on a Alexander Rivera 43-yard field goal. And Mary Persons takes a lead of 17-14, and there's 3 seconds left. Take and throw it out in the flat, and he's got a man out here. 20, 10, 5. He's going to roll into the 3-yard line. Completed out to Calvin Slaughter, and 4:38. It's going to be first down and goal, and let's see where they mark it. Should be the 3-yard line. We got a flag back here on the play, so I think it's coming back. Tell you, the Coach Jones is not going to be happy with all the flags here tonight. First down and 10. Let's see where they're going to mark it at. Ineligible receiver downfield is the call. Taking, going to leave it inside, and that is going to be number 9, and that's Vasco Sanders. And it's not going to matter. He's going to stand up and go in the end zone from 32 yards out. And it's number 9, Vasco Sanders, from 32 yards out on a 2nd down and 15 play. So they got the touchdown call back, and he still came back with a score. .419, Bryce Pruitt will check the extra point. 34-0. Let's see if the extra point happens. Pike County has beaten Central. They fall from the ranks of the unbeaten, 30-20. So the Big Orange go down. Bryce Pruitt, kick is up, kick is good. Timeout on the field, 4:19 to go. 35-0. The Trojans lead it.
You guys did a great job on my computer. Can you fix this?
We do work on cell phones. We fix tablets and game consoles. Yeah, we can fix that. What happened?
I don't know.
The best prices and the best service. Quality Computer Systems has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks. Quality Computer Systems.
Welcome back to Jack Mainsfield, Russell Deese. As we get ready for the final 4 minutes and 19 of this one, Vasco Sanders with a touchdown run. Extra point is good by Bryce Pruitt. And the kickoff will come from Wes Allen. 35-0. Central has gone down to Pike County by a score of 30-20. The undefeated season is over. FPD has fallen to Twiggs County. The undefeated season is over. Mary Persons has kicked a field goal with little or no time late. We believe they have won it 17-14. And somebody lost a helmet on that far side. And number 30 in there on the tackle, I believe, and that was Johnny Charbaz. Carabas is how they pronounce it. 4:08, clock stop on a good return out to the Trojans' 48-yard line. As we said, Pike County has beaten Central 30-20. Mary Persons was up late, 17-14. Going to throw a little swing pass out here. And the runner's going to get by, and he's going to get some extra yardage to the 25. And he left somebody just kind of grasping at air on that one. 3:53. Antoine Davis finally got him down. So they'll come out in the shotgun again with Grable in it. Single setback behind him. Taking, going to drop and going to throw it in the middle of a field, and he's got a man in there for a touchdown, I believe. And they do. So a 25-yard touchdown pass from Tylen Grable. And the reception was made by number 1, and we'll try to, no, we won't. So a 25-yard touchdown pass from Grable. Now they'll go for 2 And we couldn't tell you the young man that caught it because we don't have a roster. And I'm going to beat that dead horse till I can. 3 minutes and 44, going to throw it way back in the corner, and his man fell down. And the 2-point conversion is no good. Timeout on the field, 35-6. Tattnall leads at 3:44 to go in this one. You're listening to the Marco's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSPNSports.com. We'll be back.
At Marco's, we're piling on the toppings. Try our award-winning white cheesy pizza, stacked with flavors like feta and bacon. It's white pizza the Marco's way. Or our Meat Supremo, loaded with more Italian meats than you can imagine. With so many toppings, there's never a boring bite.
Welcome back to, where am I? Jack Baines Field here at Tattnall Square Academy. Senior moment there. Thought for a minute I was going to start shaking my head there like a certain presidential candidate that we know. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Probably needed an earpiece so somebody could tell me the answer. 35-6. Warriors finally get on the board. And they'll kick it off, surprisingly. And I don't know, this might look like a hands unit to me. Will they kick it deep? And they're going to kick it a little short, but they're going to kick it away. And Ahmad Barron's going to take it along the 24-yard line. Got a little blocking, got a little more, and they'll hem him up. And a flag will come in, and he'll break free. Jimmy Marshall will come downfield, give him a block. Wait on his blockers. He'll go some more. He's going to go all the way. No, he's going to fall down at the 7-yard line. But it's not going to matter because there's a flag all the way back on the 28-yard line. And we've got a player down, and I think we're going to get a hold back here, but let's check it and see. And nothing else. Let's see if they're going to bring this back. And we've got another Wilkinson County player down on the field. And we're going to take another timeout. We'll take 30 seconds. 3:22 to go in this one. We'll be back.
I can fix that. 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 Can you fix this?
I can fix that.
For the best service on your desktop and laptop computers, from hardware to software problems, Quality Computer Systems always has you covered.
All professionals, no geeks, Quality Computer Systems.
Welcome back. We've got a Wilkinson County man that's finally going to get up and get off this field, and that's a good thing that he didn't need any additional help. There has been some injuries here on both sides of these teams here tonight. I see Zion Blassingame down here on the sideline on crutches, and some kind of splint action going on around that lower leg area all the way down to his foot. Looked like ankle, maybe Achilles, who knows, but he is on the sidelines. And another Trojan down here with an arm and a sling, and that's a sign of his shoulder. Dayton Steinmeier has gone back into the game. He was a little shaken up in that second quarter. So we have offsetting penalties, so that'll negate the long run back inside the 6-yard line. And the headsets will come off now for the coaches. here on the Tattnall sidelines. .322 to go here in the fourth period of play. As we try to wind down, we think that was a final out of Mary Persons. They kicked a 40-something yarder with maybe just a few seconds left in that, 43 seconds to go to take a 17-14 lead in that game. The unbeatens have gone down tonight around Middle Georgia. Macon County has gone down the north side by a big score. That may have been 45-7. Pike County has beaten undefeated Central, Jesse Hicks and his crew, 30-14. They were trying to go to 5-0 for the first time in 35 years. Just think about that. I'd only been out of high school 6 years. 3 minutes and 22 seconds. So they'll take over Tattnall wheel along their 25. As we said, Pike County has beaten Central. FPD has fallen to Twiggs County. Here, Tattnall will remain undefeated. Stratford has beaten Mount DeSales rather handedly tonight. I think that score was somewhere around 45-14, something like that, maybe 45-21. But it was handed. It was out of hand. It was 45-10 late in that game. New quarterback in the game, and they're going to hand it off right up the gut. And quarterback in the game now is Garrett Earls. I believe that is correct. And it is number 7, Garrett Earls. New backfield in there. Alan West in one of your wing back positions. Send the man in motion, and they're going to give it to number 23, and that's Jamar Marshall, sophomore. I believe that's Jimmy's little brother in there. And it was Jamal Marshall. The other back that's in there is going to be number 31, Thomas Humphreys. Thomas Humphreys now be the long setback. They'll go wings with Wes Allen and Marshall, and they'll leave it with Humphreys. And he'll cross the 45 into the 42. Two minutes and 9 seconds, and the clock will run. Tattnall's got this one in hand, 35-6, and the Trojans are going to remain undefeated. It's just a question of what the final score is going to be. Take and going to give to Wes Allen. He's going to cut back into the 41-42. He'll pick up a yard. Third down and 6. Ball rests on the Warriors 41 with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go here at Jack Baines Field. Take and going to leave it inside, and the flag's going to come, and we're going to get a false start. Man, way too many flags for both of these teams, and I know especially Chance Jones and his crew are not going to be happy about this number of flags here tonight. Number 25, Bryce Pruitt, will check in. Wes Allen in motion, and they're going to call motion again. Ball start. Jamal Marshall on the carry. That stops the clock with 38 seconds. Barring another penalty, this could be the last play of the game. Don't forget that as soon as this one's over, we'll come right back with our post-game wrap-up. And it'll be the final verdict presented by the Downey Law Firm. The Downey Law Firm, making things fair in the legal world. So we'll wrap it up with the final verdict from the Downey Law Firm, and then we'll come and we'll name our player of the game. Under center, probably the final snap at 20 seconds. They'll take a knee. And 16-15. And the clock is going to run out. Your final, Tattnall 35, Wilkinson County 6. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap it up with the final verdict presented by the John Downey Law Firm and our player of the game. We'll be back after these timeouts. The Downey Law Firm understands what happens when you've been injured in a car wreck. Attorney Jason Downey used to work for insurance companies, and he's helped injured victims attain millions of dollars for their injuries. Whether you're in Macon, Valdosta, Atlanta, or anywhere in between, the Downey Law Firm handles cases throughout the entire state of Georgia. Give them a call today at 478-974-1738. The Downey Law Firm, making sure things are fair in the legal world. Now, let's head back to the stadium for our post-game wrap-up, presented by the Downey Law Firm, and get the final verdict on this game. And welcome back to Jack Baines Field, your final here from Tattnall 35-6, and it's time for the final verdict on this game presented by the Downey Law Firm. Well, the final verdict went like this. The scoring drives in tonight's game kind of set the tone early on for what would be the final, the first play from scrimmage after the kickoff. And Miles Morris went 65 yards to Jimmy Marshall for the Trojans, and they led it 7-0. However, it was a defensive battle until 5:26 of the second period, but it took a 25-yard run from Vasco Sanders, and the extra point from Bryce Pruitt was up and good, and that made it 14-0. We stayed that way until 6:28 to go in the third, and it was a 33-yard run by Antoine Davis. Bryce Pruitt kicked it true, and the Trojans led it 21-0. That was the end of the scoring in the third. However, in the fourth, the Trojans got back on board at the 8:21 mark of the fourth period of play. Ahmad Barron, 29 yards, the leader rusher coming in tonight for the Trojans. And the extra point from Bryce Pruitt was good, and it made it 28-0. Then about 4 minutes later, it was a 32-yard run by Vasco Sanders at the 4:19 mark. Extra point was good, and it made it 35-0. And then finally the Warriors get on the board after a 25-yard touchdown pass from Tylen Grable. And they went for two at 3:34 mark, and it was no good. And it stayed that way, and the Trojans ran out the ball here right along the 38-yard line, 41-yard line of the Warriors. That's your final call, the final verdict of this game, brought to you by the Downey Law Firm. So the Trojans go to 5-0 on the season instead of top that Region 7A. They are undefeated, and they are really, really looking forward to going down the road in some of this sub-region play, and it's going to be exciting. Our player of the game, we're going to give it to the man that led the Trojans in rushing tonight. It could have been Antoine Davis or Ahmad Barron. We're going to go with Ahmad Barron as our player of the game, along with that Tattnall defense, who was outstanding here tonight. They kept the pressure on the Warriors all night, but Ahmad Barron gets our player of the game for his effort. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors here tonight. That is Quality Computers, Marco's Pizza, Classic Firearms, the Downey Law Firm, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, Kudzu Seafood, BT Media Productions, the Macon Touchdown Club. Want to remind you Monday night at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue. Our guest speaker at 6:30 will be none other than the former head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs, Ray Goff. And the program starts at 6:30 with dinner, and the program will soon be after that, as well as thanking our other sponsor, Middle Georgia State University. Once again, our final is the alma mater plays in the background here from Jack Bain Field at Tattnall Square Academy, 35-6. We'll see you Thursday night from Marco's Pizza on Riverside Drive for Gridiron Gab. Our time is up. We thank you for yours.